Hello. Dirty trucking at home. Since I ain't got no job, I still don't want to get stiff laying around here because I ain't doing nothing. So, I'm about to get on this treadmill and get my workout on. But this is going to be a quick little video to remind these trolls on here. You know, Dirty Trucking don't play that negative comment stuff. And from now on, I will be monitoring the comments for those trolls. You post anything on here that is not coinciding with the video or is negative, you're speaking in a language that is not appropriate for my site. You're telling stuff you ain't got no business telling. You start talking about other stuff or just simply implying that I'm crazy. You will be immediately removed every time. Be careful what you say and stay off my site. We'll get along just fine. This Dirty Trucking at home. About to get on this treadmill right now and get my workout on because you don't want to get stiff sitting around here. Ain't got no job for 30 days. Ain't did no work, which is terrible. And like I said, I disclosed who was responsible for me being in this position, what company started all this. And I'm out here dealing with this shit for years after that, all over some made up ass damn lie. So you trolls out there that like to get on my site and talk all this weird stuff, come up with these names just so you can get on here and say something. Look, I'm not the hater responder on here. When I start seeing you on here, you'll be immediately removed. And the basis upon what you say, I might report you as harassment or misinformation. And the more I do that, the more YouTube gathers your name, and then you will not be able to access my site again. So be careful what you say. Be careful what you talk about. Don't get on my YouTube mentioning shit about Facebook, because I ain't on my YouTube mentioning Facebook. Don't be posting shit off my writer's site. Don't get on here implying that I'm crazy, because I'm not. Because it is for people like you is the reason why this nonsense is going on. And it's continuing and not being stopped. Because these people that's doing this love people like you. You like to spread fake news, make up lies and stories. You like to target certain people and interfere with their career, their income. But you better be careful with that. You know, because I believe in an eye for an eye. And what goes around comes around. Are you up here doing this little dirty shit now on my site talking that bullshit? But one day this shit might happen to your ass. And you're going to be standing up there in a position, possibly making the same damn videos about shit going on with you. Then maybe you see how it feel. You see how it feel to have something going on here in your state or just to you that's so unbelievable. And you just can't believe it's going on. So, this is just a video to let you know that I will be monitoring my site. And the names is always on here. That Riley Martin and that, what's his name? Inside the Square Nut dude. And there's two other ones that's common names on here. And then we got some new outsiders trying to get on here. Your comments has no basis. And you keep talking as if I have done something to cause this to myself. See, when you make statements like that, you need to bag your statement up with what I have done to cause what's going on with me. And until you can do that, you need to shut the hell up.
Unless, what?
That's it right there. I mean, just making a statement with no basis. You can't bag it up. What have I done to cause employers to constantly fire me? Okay, let's get for an example. U.S. Express lured me down to the terminal on a pretense to get a trailer, empty trailer, to go do a load. Got there, the trailer was damaged. You couldn't take the trailer. So I messaged them back that the trailer was damaged. All of a sudden, dispatch took me off the load. Told me I had to go see the terminal supervisor. I was locked in. I was prevented from leaving the property in my own truck that I was leasing. To go in there and listen to somebody put the fleet manager on the phone to tell me, Juanita, his supervisor, Juanita, I think you're unhappy here. Turn in your truck. Oh, I'm unhappy.
Routine is important to kids, and I think it's best if
you made that decision
for Daddy's sake. Okay.
to terminate my contract. I was in the contract. I don't give a damn what you think I am. That's not your decision to tell me what I am so you can let me go. So you're going to put words, feelings upon me and let me go. That's what U.S. Express did. You got me down there to pick up a trailer. And this where my complaints is valid here. You got me down there to pick up an empty trailer that was damaged at a yard that has a shop. And whoever the driver was that brought it there should have written it up so you would have known not to dispatch me on that trailer. Everything you do to me, I could say something to turn it back around on you the way you in the wrong. You dispatched me, and there's no way in hell you didn't know that trailer wasn't damaged. But you decided to use it as an excuse that I was refusing a load to go ahead and let me go. But I'm an independent contractor under no force dispatch. You can't make me take shit. Another reason he was wrong. But I get these trolls on here. They want to get on here and talk about you responsible. If you get fired all the time, maybe it's you. No, it ain't me. It's the employer. Just like it was Chrysler. Oh, I guess I made up my own lie about me at Chrysler and started my own problem. No, it was the employer. It's always the employer. And it's always been the employer. You can get on here and say whatever the hell you want to try to deflect where the problem lies, but I'm going to put it back where it belongs. It's the employer. I haven't done anything wrong. I have done my job like I'm supposed to. It has always been the employer that has caused my problems and workers at that job or people I interact with. Okay, that's most recent at Horizon Freight. I went to a rail yard out there off of 96.
About last night, I am so...
Brought a load in I was dispatched on. My dispatcher somehow didn't have the rail billing completed. And I didn't find that out until after I got there. That was the day it was a snowstorm hitting. And matter of fact, it started hitting that while I was at the rail yard. Inside, putting the information in the kiosk. My dispatcher didn't get the rail billing finished. So I had to call him. I get the terminal manager on the phone. He tells me my dispatcher is on the phone with them right now, finalize the rail billing. Yeah, give him a minute. Okay, I get a call back from the dispatcher telling me the rail billing is done. You can go ahead and get the load dropped there at the rail yard. I go back in there, put it back in the kiosk. It's still saying issue. I call the dispatcher back. He's sending screenshots of his computer of where he just discussed it with the rail yard that was shipping it, the container company that was shipping it, and said it was ready to be inputted. I go back in there. I said, well, let me maybe give it a minute because they just did this. Maybe the computer need to update. I get in there, put it back in, still an issue. He said, well, they said the issues was fixed. You can go ahead and input it. So I get on the phone with the rail yard. Foreign lady answered. And see, y'all tell on yourself when you answer the phone. I could tell by the way you talk that you about to start some bullshit or do some bullshit. Lady was foreign. Gets on the phone. And I've never had to make a call to that phone where they have turned around and repeated my name back to me. They asked you for your driver's, the rail yard ID that they give you so you can log in. Ask you what you're doing, either taking out or whatever the problem is so they can get it resolved. They don't never turn around and ask you, is your name, like she did. There's a foreign lady at the rail yard in Michigan, in Detroit, off of 96. Gets on the phone, asks me for my driver code, the driver ID, the dog in there. I give her that. Then she turns around and says, is your name Juanita? I said, my name is Juanita. Then I went to telling her the problem. I said, there's a problem with bringing this load in. At the kiosk, my dispatcher is assured me he just got off the phone with the shipping carrier that they have resolved the problems. Then she went to tell me, we need the paperwork faxed. Faxed? What do you mean faxed? And the conversation went on and went on. I said, well, my dispatcher just sent me a screenshot, said he just got off the phone with the shipping line, and they said go ahead and input the load. I don't know what you're talking about. You need paperwork. If you get off the phone directly with the shipping line, then we're supposed to be all good. Because that's where it goes there. Anytime we have a problem with getting the load taken off, lifted with the lifter off our chassis there, if it's the shipping line, we got to get in contact with our company. They got to contact the shipping line. They tell us there at that rail yard. Well, we have nothing to do with the rail billing, and you need to contact the shipping line. So, which means my dispatcher had to do that, which he did. He claimed he did. Told me it was all good. So, why couldn't I get the load off? But I could tell by this lady conversation when she got on the phone that she was already finna start some bullshit. See, that's another problem I'm having at these jobs. They like to get on the phone. And instead of doing their job, being professional, they like to say little shit to you to spark an argument, or they like to lure you into an argument. And that's what she was doing. When she said, repeated my name to me, is your name Juanita? No, it's Juanita. Where you going with this? Why did you repeat my name over the phone? All you need is my driver code. They don't ever repeat your name. So, next thing you know, this woman decides she wants to call me sir.
I gave anticoagulant to a child who was bleeding out.
On the phone. That's what they like to do. They like to get on the phone and disrespect you. Bitch, don't you ever imply that I'm anything other than a professional female driver. Don't you ever imply that I'm a male. Don't you ever imply that I'm transgender. Don't you ever imply anything other than what I fucking am. And I told that lady, look, I'm here to get this load put in. You're not going to disrespect me on the phone by calling me a male. You knew my name. You repeated my name back to me. How many men do you know is named Juanita? So now, she get all huffy puffy. Come on, well, I'm finna call your dispatcher. Oh, like y'all on personal conversation basis. That's what she wanted, to call the dispatcher. I said, you go right ahead. Because while she was calling the dispatcher, I ended up I hung up from her. Called the terminal manager, told her what happened, then called the dispatcher. I said, I would not be disrespected by these females answering the phone here. This lady did this shit on purpose, just to start an argument. I'm here trying to get a load off being professional. This lady want to insult me through gender comments, and I don't tolerate it. Now, that's what happened at Horizon Freight a couple days prior to me being let go. That's other shit I got to deal with. Females and the shit they say on the phone that they try to play off like it was a slip of the tongue. No, the fuck it wasn't. You knew what the fuck you were saying. Because when you got on the phone, you announced my name. So there's no way in the hell you should have been turning around calling me sir, period. Except for to piss me off. And that's what she was doing. I don't have time for that. That's why I say I need to be a boss. I need to be the boss of my own business. I don't tolerate that shit. I don't tolerate nobody getting on the phone disrespecting anybody. Disrespecting them by insulting them because of their gender. Because you pretending like you can't hear. Bitch, I'm a female all day. And a pretty one at that. That you can't change. I was born like this. But them insults, bitch, you better keep that shit. I don't tolerate that shit. And I ain't gonna work for nobody doing that shit. Because I will check your ass every time, bitch.